Free. We've never asked for anything. I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. You owe him that much, she said. It wasn't a suggestion. It was a sentence. I looked at Mason, who stood in the doorway watching. He didn't speak, didn't blink, just waited. And in his silence, I heard everything. I nodded. I signed the papers later that night. Release of liability. Consent to donate. Authorization for emergency prep. Kendra thanked me with a nod. Mason didn't say a word. Elias wasn't home. But as I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, my stomach turned with something heavier than dread. It wasn't fear of the needle. It wasn't the risk or the pain. It was the realization that I wasn't being asked out of love. I was being used out of convenience. And the next morning, Elias left the notebook on my pillow. The morning after I signed the release, Elias found me on the porch with my cup of coffee. He didn't say anything at first. Just sat beside me on the old bench legs, swinging eyes on the quiet street. The notebook was tucked under his arm, like it always was, half covered in stickers and scuffed at the corners. I asked him if he wanted some toast. He shook his head. We sat in silence for a while, the way people do when they know something, but aren't sure if it's safe to say out loud. Then he asked, "Grandma, is it normal for moms to whisper bad things about grandmas?" I didn't answer right away. I just looked at him. He kept going. I heard her once. She said, "You're not smart enough to understand what they're doing. That you'd mess it up if you knew." My throat tightened. She said Dad has to finish something, and that you were the only one who could make it work. I set my cup down. He opened his notebook slowly, like he was scared of what was inside. I don't know what all the words mean, but I write them down anyway, in case it matters. I glanced down at the pages, dates, fragments, words like compound adverse event donor viability. One entry read, "Keep her stable through stage 2. No exposure." Another one, injection schedule hidden behind Mason's meds. I felt like I was falling, but the ground wouldn't come. Elias, what kind of injections? He looked at me carefully. Not like the kind when you're sick. They don't make him better. They make him tired. And he doesn't tell the doctors. I stared at the notebook, then at the boy who trusted me enough to tell the truth no one else would. "I don't think she wants you to read this," he said. "She keeps checking my room when I'm not there." I reached over and pulled the notebook gently into my lap. "I think we should keep this safe," I whispered. That night, when the house went still,